The definition of magic is the power of apparently influencing the course of events by using mysterious or supernatural forces. In the case of these 10 magicians, the key word is apparently. Magic takes practice, and a little more practice. Even then, even after countless minutes or even months of rehearsing every possible scenario, something unexpected happens, and it's up to the magician to find new ways to influence the audience, even if they require medical attention. Do your best to still believe while watching these 10 epic magic trick fails. Grade school magic. In school, one of the best words ever is assembly, having the whole school together in one place celebrating or mocking the reasons you're gathered. In primary school though, you get acts like this guy. Wearing all black and showing off smooth mop twirling skills, he moves the trick forward with grace, or like a cat stalking its prey. It's going swell, with seemingly little interest from the little crowd, till this grade school sorcerer pulls away to reveal a floating woman. Except, curse splat! Another underpaid assistant falls flat while the magician can only manage to grab one leg while she falls. The crowd though seems to enjoy itself. After making sure his assistant is okay, he makes her clean up the very platform she just face planted on, and assures the crowd it's only a momentary blip in his magic. David Lame. In the magician hierarchy, street magicians are your cool uncle. They let you sip some booze while your stage magician dad only lets you drink wine at communion, wandering around cities with nothing but a deck of cards, coins in their pocket, and a backpack, looking for a stranger to impress. When it works, you're David Blaine. When it fails, you're this guy. Starting with confidence showing, it quickly turns as he's unable to find the woman's card after a few tries. He awkwardly reshuffles, stammering and stalling for a new technique for finding the mark's card. He remembers the click, thinking this might be the key, and slaps the cards, leaving one, the wrong one. The camera lad does what one is wont to do and screams into the camera as the street magician walks off to try and fail again. Amateur hour. When you're a kid, it's cool that your dad does magic. It impresses your friends, and it's something you can do with your father that doesn't seem awful. That feeling goes away around high school, when cool quickly becomes not cool. But when you're young, there's something special about watching your pop perform feats of amazement. Sometimes, though, you get shooed inside because you're ruining the shot. Trying hard not to be noticed, this tiny helper scooches into the building out of frame, shutting the door to ensure the shot remains perfect. Which is nice. Except when that door is the escape route. Everyone has to start somewhere, but this whole trick involves throwing a tarp in the air and running into a door hidden by the camera angle. He's gonna have to expand his repertoire before he takes this act on the road. Hoff don't like your hassling. If you have a magic act, you might as well take it on a reality show. Even if you don't advance to the next round, just being seen on TV should boost your weekend party business. Unless, of course, you fail gloriously, in front of David friggin' Hasselhoff. All the trench coats and mesh clothing in the world won't help your career, as David Martin found out the hard way. He successfully separates his assistant's head from her body, but when it's time to put all the pieces back together, a sloppy exchange between magician and assistant reveals the secret of the trick. Martin isn't done failing, though. During his post-performance interview, he insists the mistake was simply part of the illusion, just blowing your mind a little more than you previously thought it could be blown, bro. Nailed it! Doing magic on local television is a big step for an up-and-coming master of magic. It can be uncomfortable, though, having only the crew watching you perform. If you nail the trick, it's totally worth it. If you slam the host's hand through with a nail, your foray into the mystical is taken a step backwards. This magician, a semi-finalist on Poland's Got Talent, found out how quickly things can go from awesome to awful. He bags up a giant spike with plans on smashing it. It starts smoothly as he invites the host to smash the second bag. She accepts and instantly regrets as her hand is impaled. The magician first thinks the host is selling the fake out, smiling as she pulls away, but only after her hand starts seeping blood does he begin to think what other jobs he can pull off with that haircut. The secret of failing revealed. One of the earliest adages learned when practicing magic is a magician never reveals their secrets. When your whole shtick is breaking that code, you should probably learn how to do all the tricks that you're exposing. During a promotional world tour, the masked magician ran into trouble when the instructions were lost in translation. Asking the host to do several steps, he didn't notice his instructions weren't followed exactly. As he begins to show the cards, he's hoping to reveal 5 aces, but has trouble finding more than one. After not so subtly looking for the correct cards, he eventually gets so frustrated, he just lays the aces on the table and changes the subject. The masked magician was eventually revealed to be Val Valentino. After seeing this old video resurface, you might want to put the mask back on. Throwing it all away. It's not an illusion. But catching a knife takes a tremendous amount of skill. Perform that trick on the street, for tourists and passersby, with a new assistant each show? That takes obsession. Our next fail seems like a bit of karma for the naughty knife catcher. Perhaps insulting the wrong person, he builds tension in the crowd while teaching a woman how to handle the blade. Already holding a torch, he's hoping the selected member of the audience is able to throw a knife at him exactly as he planned. She adds a twist to her throw, and he almost loses a digit. He's gracious enough to his guest as the show abruptly ends, explaining that he hasn't cut himself in quite some time. As he stands and bleeds, literally, for his audience, we assume his only tip was that of the knife. Murray knows magic. Kids love magic. Except maybe card tricks. Playing card magic involves attention to detail, needing your audience to follow along with the trick to make it seem even more impressive. Children tend to have short attention spans and aren't usually impressed with the story-based component of the trick. You also probably shouldn't put them at eye level with the cards, as this magician found out when performing card tricks on a children's TV show. He's already annoyed at Murray's lack of conversational skills, apparently not realizing that Murray is a toddler. Still, he plunges forward, lays out 3 cards, and as he's about to explain the trick, Murray finds a hidden 4th card, effectively ending the trick. The audience thinks it's hysterical, while the magician shoots Murray an evil glare and unceremoniously shoos him away. Almost no escape. One of the crazier aspects of magic, escape artists combine showmanship and flair for the dramatic with escapology, the practice of escaping restraints and traps. Add in a side of you could die, and it's one of the most dangerous forms of illusion. Several escapists have died during performances, most famously Harry Houdini. Recently, the former world's youngest escape artist, Spencer Horseman, almost became another fatality while rehearsing for Chris Angel's newest Vegas show. Horseman rose to fame on America's Got Talent, performing well for the judges and audience. When practicing without anyone watching, things turned almost deadly as Spencer was unable to unlock his restraints. Angel jumps on the glass cage and the crew begins lowering the water-filled trap. In interviews, Horseman described the event as terrifying, but continued performing the stunt in subsequent shows. Call me maybe? One of the most popular magicians in the world, Dynamo, recently suffered a cringeworthy moment on his latest tour. Performing in front of a packed house at the O2 in London, he spent the night amazing audiences with his magic. Unfortunately, during one of his final tricks, he got botched by bad cellular coverage. Dynamo took an audience member's phone, and after some build-up to prove nothing is fake, he quickly places the phone in the bottle. It seems impressive, but the final part of the trick is proving it's really the original phone, which is easy if the phone will ring. Despite all of his efforts, the phone never does, and audiences were not kind in their reactions on social media. A few days later, Dynamo releases a message claiming poor reception was the reason for the fail. Can you hear him now? So, mistakes happen. They're part of life. When they do happen, you should keep your head high, learn from the mistake, and really hope that no one was recording. Because if they were, your fail could go viral. Did we miss any tragic magic moments? Let us know in the comments below. If you like this video and want to see more, subscribe to our channel, give this video a thumbs up, and share it with your friends. Be sure to leave a comment telling us what epic magic fails you love.